What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my series where we're making a monochromatic building survival game. The last couple videos we redid how the bow is working. Just cheated here so I have all the resources, but can't afford the new bow, I guess. It's right here, but I didn't farm enough of the old wood to get it yet. But we changed how the bow is working. Oh, I made a portal. Whoops. We changed how the bow is working, so it looks a lot better. And the only difference really between the long bow and the old bow or the current bow is that this one doesn't go through things. So if you hit an enemy, it will just disappear, and the new bow pierces, because as the waves go on, there's going to be way more monsters, like maybe hundreds or thousands of monsters, and you're going to need piercing in order to kill them. So the newest thing that I've added to the game, which I'm not done working on, but it's what I've been working on, is electricity generation. So right now we're using coal these are smelters, and every 2 or 3 seconds you get 1 iron. Your iron ore changes into iron bars, but it uses 1 iron ore and 1 coal. And so the coal is going to be an extremely valuable resource that you get from farming rocks. So you get the coal from farming the rocks, and it's used in the smelters, but it's also going to be used in this electricity generation power plant that I've been working on. So this is the newest thing that I've been working on, and I don't where it's going to show up in this world. Let me just see if I can put it somewhere where I can see it. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'll just put it near. So you can see here, basically there's a pile of coal that goes into the building. And this is based on real world picture of kind of how it's actually working. Not really. There's like steam. So basically the coal goes in. There's supposed to be water as well, but I didn't want to make your power generation be restricted to where the water is, but there should be a water input as well. We're not going to do that though. So the coal goes into the building, and then you can see like this crazy spark mechanic that I have going. That's actually generated using code. So it's a bunch of lines. It's not a visual effect graph. It's actually just random generated lines with like an emission added to them. I think I'm going to use that for electricity for like more of the things as well. So this is kind of like the primitive electricity generation plant. And this is going to be used to gain power. So every 2 seconds or 3 seconds, it's going to consume 1 coal. And when it consumes 1 coal, it will actually give you a resource that's going to be like a picture of like a thunderbolt. You're permanently going to keep the, I should pause this so I don't, I'm going to get attacked. But anyway, you're permanently going to keep the electricity. So like it will show up as a resource rather than like a constant thing. So you don't have to have this running all the time. When this runs out of coal, the coal will disappear and it will stop doing the thing. But if you have electricity still, your electric buildings will be working. So there's going to be buildings like an automatic miner that automatically drills rocks, so you don't have to assign workers to go mine the rocks. It'll be a drill that's automatically drilling. So every 2 seconds, it will try to drill. It will consume 1 thunderbolt as a resource, and then it will give you 1 rock, or it will give you more. It's going to be faster because obviously you're going to need way more coal than what we're getting from just farming it ourselves. And I don't know if my characters are actually going to defend properly without me helping them. But anyway, so that's how that's going to work. There's also going to be like an automatic, it pulls up a bucket every 2 or 3 seconds. It consumes 1 electricity and gives you water every 2 or 3 seconds. There's going to be that for trees as well, like a sawmill kind of thing where it just generates wood and that kind of stuff. And then as you go on, you'll be able to unlock, oh shit, I better kill this one before I lose. You'll be able to unlock other different things like that are like electric buildings. And then there's going to be electric fences. There's going to be like electricity is going to be a big thing in the game, kind of like Factorio, except for it's like a monochromatic game. But there's going to be different things. And so this is like the primitive building. And then eventually there'll be like nuclear power. And then there's going to be like rockets where you can like send a rocket into outer space to go collect things, and maybe satellites and stuff down so you can like explore the map without you having to go. For example, we had to go and find this tree to get the old wood that was over here. So eventually when you get a satellite, you can look on the map. You'll be able to use M or tab or something. A tab is already to switch between your characters, but you'll be able to line the different resources without you having to leave, because at the end of each age, this line that's over here expands further. So right now it takes maybe like 30 seconds to walk over here. And as this gets bigger and bigger, you're not going to have time to go and walk and find the resources before the fight time starts, unless your characters are able to defend. Right now, the characters are way too strong. So our workers are able to, it looks like they defended without me even having to do anything. So that's not going to be the case. The workers are more of warp points. You'll be killing the monsters, but you can press tab to switch between the workers. So that way you can go between them really quickly. I also picked up a bunch of armor and stuff that I got all of the bug gear and stuff like that. That's not going to be like the drop rate is going to be way lower. So this was super easy just because like I'm just demoing the game. So obviously I don't want to lose while I'm demoing the game. The drop rate of all this stuff is going to be significantly less. And most of the time you're going to have to use the crafting bench to actually make the different armor and weapons and stuff. I didn't make a cheat for the old wood stuff. So maybe I'll just go farm some old wood and get the bow so you can see the new bow that I made the other day. Okay, I'm spawning on the roof. That's not what is supposed to happen. Okay, so oh, it's not even registering the old wood. Okay, that's not working properly. Anyway, so you'll be able to get the longbow. I'm not gonna spend too much more time on this. It's supposed to work with the resources I have, but anyway, so this video, pretty much the point of this video is just this new building, because this is going to be the start of like the next part of the game. Like this is there's going to be like electricity and different like stuff like that that's going to be like what the next ages of the game are about. And there's also going to be stuff like caves that you have to like go into. And the main thing that kind of makes it hard is because you have to go further and further away from the base. And then it's like you have to get back to the base in order to defend it. But I guess you could just press tab. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'm always open for suggestions. And if you guys are enjoying the series, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.